Before we start this video, guys, if we can get to 10 likes, we'll have some footage of this in action with BBs in, and maybe some gameplay and some slow motion. So smash that like button, and let's get to the video. Hey guys, this is Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at the Airsoft Innovations Cyclone grenade. So let's get to it. So this is the box that the grenade came in. It is, I believe I bought it from Advent Airsoft, but they pick them up from pretty much anywhere nowadays. Nothing much to it on the box, just random jargon basically. Apart from this little bit here, fires 140 BBs at 225 FPS. So that's a good FPS. That's roughly the same as, say, a Cyma AEP pistol. Some more useful things on the side here. Grenade spins whilst firing. Yep. Propane powered and fully reusable. I tend to use green gas. I don't think this stuff actually works. To be honest with you, this stuff here doesn't seem to work well with anything. So can't really comment on that. It works exceedingly well on WE neutral. Just trying to get focus. Sensitive and reliable impact head. Yeah, I didn't have any issues with it. Detonate. Easy to reset. No loose trigger parts or tools. Yep. Unlike the tornado grenade where you had to rebuild some sort of Lego contraption to reset it. Scoop load. Yep. You can load it without a speed loader. Just put BBs, put it in a bag and chuck some BBs over the top of it. Robust design using resilient acetal. So I believe acetal is the plastic that this is made out of. And yeah, no damage so far, but then again I haven't really been using it too much. Landing loop on functioning spoon handle. Yep, this spoon is, yeah, it definitely keeps the grenade safe. Same with the reusable locking pin, and very low cost per use. Yes, this was about 50 quid, and if you're using, say, a gas pistol or your main weapon's gas blowback, you can then use the BBs and gas you used for that, rather than paying a £5 for each time you want to use a grenade. Downside is you have to go and retrieve this. And yeah, you've got your grenade oil, which is this stuff here, which is silicone oil, like this, and very similar to the stuff they put in some gases. I think WE Neutral. Sorry, this is not Neutral, but we've got some Neutral. Yeah, this has got silicone lubricant in it, so I'm wondering if perhaps this would lubricate it. It's 0.3% of the entire bottle though, so I'll look into that. So it only recommends that you use the silicone oil from Airsoft Innovations. You can buy more. You don't really have to use it that often. In fact, yesterday I didn't even use it on it at all. So I think you can be a bit more lenient with using the grease, especially if you've got lubricant in your gas. So this is the grenade itself. As it says before, it's resilient. It's made of acetal, plastic, and impact grenade. This is what they call the grenade skin. You can get others. I don't know if they're still in here. I think they are. Yeah. You get your instructions and all that, but it's very basic. And then you get two other grenade skins. You get your orange and you get your black. Now black, it doesn't really stand out well. You won't be able to find this easily. Black doesn't really stand out well in dark areas, and orange to me, in some environments, because I am colourblind, will look like it's epoxy green. So you might as well just stay with the blue. I'm probably going to get some high vis tape and wrap it around it a couple of times. It also has the instructions of the grenades on the side, and yeah, I find it quite easy to use. So let's disassemble it. So we'll start off with just taking the bottom cap off, and we'll go over the parts. This is your gas valve, and this is called the shuttle, where it sits in. This is in the deployed position, where the gas from the central reservoir would come out, and it would fire into the bottom of this cap here, and all the BBs stored around in these compartments would end up coming through the barrel. You can see the start of the barrel there, and there's the muzzle technically there. Come on, focus. Work with me. There we are. So that's why it spins around, because you've got a jet of gas coming out and it causes it to rotate. We'll take the safety pin off. To deploy the safety pin, you push down to unhook it. You then have to kind of hook it over the top of the spoon and the head. lift the spoon off, put it to one side. Now this is deactivated, but this is the firing mechanism here, which is this brass hammer. We'll take that off. It's just like a bayonet cap, and it's a bit of a wiggle because this plastic's very grippy. Like I said, very grippy. There we are. So that's the impact head. This is the main body. You've got your gas reservoir and your magazine, technically. So this is the grenade, and it's in its parts, in part form, and the BB's still in there. That's interesting. I didn't hear that rolling around at all. Now let's go about arming this thing. Now, just going to make sure it's completely empty. I might gas this up. I might do a video of this deploying without gas. I'm thinking about it because we are losing light, and I don't want to use BBs around here because it's just, our garden's way too small. To start, you want to take your impact head. Once it focuses, there we are. You want to press that pin in at the bottom, and what you want to do is you want to put it on a flat surface, and then you push the brass pin towards the back, towards this side here. Now, as you can see, that is latched. So what happens is that's sitting on a little notch, a little sear, if you would call it that. And basically, whenever there's a big impact, that will then shift up and fire that out, which will activate this gas valve here, which will fill this reservoir up here with gas. It will cause a back pressure. It will cause the shuttle to move forward, release its gas into there, and fire the BBs out. So next step, you want to take your main body and your impact head, and you want to assemble it. Put it on and twist it. Now you got to do what I didn't do the other day, which was put the safety pin on, because I loaded it up completely, then realised I had the spoon and the safety pin off. So before you put your spoon on, you want to check that you've got all of these corresponding pieces to make sure that it will actually engage on the impact head to prevent it from going off. It will then, why is it lighting so bad also? It will then slide on, which is harder to do when you're looking for a phone screen. There we are, it'll slide on. Now I always end up putting the pin on the wrong side, but frankly I don't care. You then take your pin, you push it through that hole, and you want to lift it up and thread it through to the other side. Clip that on, and that's your safety pin. That's on. Then, if you haven't already, you take your silicone oil and you put a couple of drops into the reservoir around the O-ring, smear a bit around the O-ring, don't need too much. You then push the shuttle in, there we are, that's it now reset. Now that's empty, so I'm going to use this god awful smart gas, which is absolutely useless, and it's starting to rain as well, so that might definitely put the idea of recording it. You want to gas it. Now this gas doesn't sound particularly good. Yeah, the Nuclear stuff was splashing propane and butane everywhere, but that's now in theory gassed. I don't know how much power is in this can. I want to burn that stuff, it's absolutely useless. So now that's gassed up, you want to move on to this bottom plate here. Now you'll have a little bump, little stop here, which has to match up with this notch here. So it will have to be positioned in one of the cutouts like so. And then what you want to do is you want to take this and put it against a flat surface. And you want to push it downwards like that, so it snaps. You might have to, so it snaps in place. You might have to adjust it a bit, not like that though. There we are. Now at this point, you would load your BBs into these reservoirs here. Take the notch and line up with this, the stop, like so. You then push down, except you don't, because I've just realised I've aligned it in the wrong place. You will adjust it first so it sits in the right position. You can then put it into the notch, push it down, and then again it's just like bayonet cap. You can turn it until it hits that stop there. There we are. You might want to put a bit of grease on that, because that was really stubborn to start off with. And now you've got your live grenade. And I've got an idea. So to deploy it, I put the pin on the wrong ruddy side. You push your pin down, hook it off, remove your safety pin. Now this is live, and ow. Well, there you go. That was just a gas deployment. I'm probably not going to do that on the bench again because that was flying stuff absolutely everywhere, and that's quite loud. Now, as you can see, that pin has dropped down. Now, we want to be careful when taking the bottom off because I've had this basically explode on me before, where this got jammed. I pulled the cap off and it went bang and fired the O-ring off. Range on this, as I was saying before, I heard BBs landing about 30 odd meters away, so you do get a fair bit of range. I'm not so sure about the coverage, but then again, I had it go off right next to me, so the coverage will be slightly different than if it was to go off right next to you. But I think it's still impressive, and you definitely feel it when it goes off. You'll definitely know about it. I mean, heck, it's a loud bang to start off with. So, there we are. Let's strip it down to its parts again. Hopefully without bursting any eardrums. That was exceedingly loud. The attenuator on the microphone of cameras won't pick that up. So, that's pretty much it. That's the Airsoft Innovations Cyclone grenade. I wouldn't so much call this a proper review, more of kind of first impressions, because I haven't used this at a game. I've fired it off about 4 times with BBs in it, and each time it made me smile. It's a good bit of a kit, and from what I hear, people like them, so they obviously must be good. So I think that's pretty much it. That looks a bit warped, that piece of plastic. No, it's just the soft plastic, and it's really starting to heave it down now. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Try and get it to the 10 likes that we asked for, and we will try and get some footage of this in game. Don't forget to share the video with your mates. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on channel notifications with the little bell icon, and you'll be notified whenever we're live or whenever we've uploaded. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a good day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, and we'll catch you all in the next video.